Oh, what a goal! Curls across towards
Good evening, everybody. An hour later than advertised because somebody decided, because Notts played last night, to steamroll over our weekly time. But would they do that on a Thursday night if Notts played on a Wednesday? Hell no, because County Talk's on. So welcome. How you doing, Harry?
I'm not bad. How are you doing?
Not bad. Shall we get last night out of the way first? Shall we have a look at the sending off?
If we have to.
Or maybe just remove that a minute. Let's put us there. And there we go. I've got to rewind it now, haven't I? Rewind it a bit. Just a tiny bit. I mean, he didn't even have to do that, did he? He didn't even have to make that challenge.
No.
And as we said,
the referee obviously was going to put his card out of his pockets.
As we said last night, as I said before the game, I was worried we'd get somebody sent off. Let's have a look at the goals. I need to pause this really quick. So we're going there. Yeah. You see where Cerula is there?
Yeah.
And like when you look at it, he's got an option to make the ball, make a tackle there. And he could have made a tackle there.
But you know the tackle had to be right.
It would have had to be right. But in that attack, like there, he's clear he can make a tackle there.
Yeah.
But quite easy. He decides not to.
Not to, yeah.
And then we go down. That's 1-0. I mean, could Belshaw have got a bit more on that one? That's a pass from Ness. Just terrible. Just a terrible night in the office. As it goes, is this bit. So, 2 yellow cards don't count towards the yellow card accumulation. So it's classed as a red with a 1-match ban. So with him having 2 of them, he will serve a 2-match ban this time around. So he'll be out till the Newport game.
Yeah.
At least whether he comes on in that game for any part.
If you don't get another red card.
You can't get one when he's not on the pitch, can he? Where you look at he's serious about it. To make that bigger. So it's all the same. No one's moved anywhere. No one's, we've missed an opportunity of going into second or even picking up a point. And it could have been so avoidable as well. It could have been. It could have been.
And that made our goal difference a lot worse.
Well, yeah, it's one of them. Did we play the conditions right last night? Was we up for it? I don't think we was. Not even watching the warm-ups and stuff. We just looked it looked like we couldn't be bothered. It was like, one of them end of season games.
Yeah, when you're not really playing for anything. So.
Yeah, one of them. Would you say that is as bad as Wimbledon or worse? In the league, not the playoff ones.
We conceded 2 against Wimbledon. We conceded 3 against Oldham. So,
but it was that sort of thingy where you just didn't feel like there was any sort of energy. Jatta was probably a mistake to start him.
I think he had the only chance of the game to score.
Well, collectively, not putting the blame on any individual player. Apart from the person who got sent off. But collectively, when we had 11 players on the pitch, they was all as bad as each other. And then after the sending off, they was all as bad as each other. The only one you could say gets any bit of credit was Belshaw for keeping the scores down. And
it could have been a lot worse.
It's pretty disappointing when you look at this. But then we come on to this. I don't know if I showed you this. Did I show you this? If we move this over to it.
I think you did, yeah.
So this is all the players out of contract in the summer. So you got Matty Platt, Nick Cerula, Kieran Bennett, Maz Cunha, Ollie's on there as well, Rob McDonald, and then the goalkeeper. I can never say Perret. I can't say his answer. But you look. So Matty Platt's injured. Rob McDonald's injured. Are they going to offer them contracts? Who knows? Nick Cerula, a weird one. You get into the end of the season. Now, Matty Platt, when he hasn't been injured, he's been in that side. A staple of that back line. You think you come into the end of your contract, but usually we'd be talking, there would have been something announced in like January or something.
Yeah.
Same. I had to announce extended contracts. Now, Nick Cerula and Nicky Platt, you would have thought that would have been all done and dusted, sorted out in January. So that's a worrying sign. Then you got McDonald as well. Ole, I think he's blew his chance of a contract now.
Yeah, probably.
And Kieran Bennett. How many of them players, not the ones in green because they're loans, how many of them players you got? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 players on there. Can you realistically see more than 2 getting offered a contract on that out of them 7?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then you think, well, the way Nick Cerula's played last night, is there's things we've not probably thinking to, but I just think it's like we're like seven games left. You've got 7 players on this sheet here, maybe 6 if you take the goalkeeper off. How many of them would you offer a contract to for next season?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's a hard one. But I'm surprised Belshall wasn't on that. He only got 18 months, didn't he?
Yeah. So if you've got Matty Platt, he's got an ACL. Are they going to offer him a contract? Nick Cerula, he's out a contract in June. Are they going to offer him another contract? They're leaving it late. Kieran Bennett, are they going to give him another contract? Maz, are they going to give him another contract? Ole, probably not with Ole. Rob McDonald. So then you come to a major rebuild again in next summer.
Yeah. And hopefully we don't get any known players in the summer, and hopefully actually sign players for the here and now.
Yeah, because like if you remember when Cameron Scott got injured.
Yeah.
And he was out that whole season. We gave him an extra year, didn't we? We gave
did,
him an extra get a new contract. Which I thought when Chickson got injured out on loan last season, and towards the end of the season, we might give him another contract, but we didn't. So Rob McDonald's out the rest of the season. Will they offer him one? Platt's out till the end of probably even like months into the next season. Will they offer him a contract as well? It's it's tricky, but we'll keep that one further down the line. Let's go referee stats. You've got them, haven't
you? Yeah. I don't know about this one. I don't know if he's like a new one or not.
League One, 10 appearances, 34 yellows. Championship, 6 appearances, 23 yellows. League 2, 4 appearances, 16. That's a lot. That's 4 per game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
4 per game, as he likes the yellow card. 2 appearances in the National League, 6 yellow cards. So that's like 3 in that game. EFL Trophy, 1 game, 3 cards. FA Cup is 7.
7 yellow cards and 1 appearance in the FA Cup.
As you think, obviously trying to make himself noticed.
Yeah.
Yep. Then Premier League 2, 1 appearance. No yellow cards. No red cards to that. And then what we got there, Premier League International Cup, 2 yellow cards in 1 appearance.
And 1 red.
Where's that? Like, yeah, one red as well. Yeah. So your starting lineup for Harrogate is Belshaw, Lucas Nest, Badu, Cerula, Palmer, Iapenda, Jones, Tangan, Luca, and Onlov. I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to argue with, I'm not even going to say, I'd probably go, if there's anybody, you can't change Ness. Ness looked a bit lost.
He did, yeah. Looked lost last night.
But if he's playing in central defence, where he gives that ball away, is more Badu's side.
Yeah, he was.
I say you thinking, well, why are you in that position? But I don't know. You see, you've got really limited options at the back.
You have, yeah.
Midfield were quite spoiled, apart from like Ollie's out,
Robertson's
out. Yeah.
If Robertson wasn't out, I'd have put him in Iapenda's position and maybe move Iapenda a bit more forward.
Yeah, because I don't think the opposite way round. If you put Tangan there, I don't think it works that well.
No.
Personally, would you put Luca on there to start? I'd probably go Jatter up front and then Luca. On love there. Oh, you
I
know
still
what?
don't think Jatter's fully fit, to be honest with you.
Oh, you could do with this other one. This would be figure. We could go 3 up front. So you can have one on one side, Dennis the other, and then Jatter. Jatter on the top of the triangle.
Yeah,
even in Simon.
knows?
You could do that, but then you've got no one. You've got no striking up. Well, you got Luca, and you
come off the bench.
And so it's one of them. Where you could have it interchanging with all 3 of them interchange. You've got to do something. See, Harrogate are going to be like a setup for how we usually play.
They're not going to be easy.
No, they're not going to be easy, and they have got a decent with at their place. They've got some wins under the belt at their place.
Yeah, they beat Cambridge, didn't they?
Yeah, and they're going to have that fight as well. They're going to have that fight, that want to get 3 points.
Up.
Yeah, and also to sort of put another notch in Notts County's promotion hopes as well. Well, it's a difficult one, but I think some of this could, like Cerula's performances are in and out. I don't know whether that's to do with like the contract or not being offered a contract, because we don't know. But it seems that sometimes things happen behind closed doors and that.
I mean, that's really a yellow card yesterday was a bit. I think he should have never got that. He never sarcastically cracked at the referee.
But that indirectly can affect the way the referee refs the game as well.
Which
we're human.
It did.
Yeah, because you're human, isn't it? If somebody says something to you, you just think,
we all make mistakes.
Yeah, you all make mistakes, but I don't know. The referee deserves some level of respect when the referee in a game. They're in charge, and they're the one with the whistle. They're basically applying the rules. So for somebody to like clap them, I mean, I feel in the thing is because watching the game, you could clearly see that ball for that throw in. It was our throw in. It came out off that player. Jatter had a poor game. That's night. Okay, right to him and he fluffed it. Yeah. But then everybody had a poor game. That ball came off the Oldham player. It should have been our throw in. That winds Cerula up. Then the pronunciation of Harrogate is up for debate up north. I don't think he's fully fit. But you could argue the question on some match is are the players being overtrained? Some off, you think,
especially on the 11v11 that they do. Maybe
Are they training too much? Sometimes they look tired on a Saturday when you watch them. Like
Yeah.
they ain't got that. They ain't got that zest. They ain't got that energy some of the time. In my
No.
personal opinion. Well, it's a strange one. Like every team goes through a period where you don't perform that well.
They have this sticky patch, and you're trying to get out of it.
But this time last year, when we go back, at Cheltenham at home, are terrible. Lose the game from a winning position. Salford at home, they're terrible. And
I
it
think the
just
goal that we scored as well was that an own goal as well, or was it this one actually scored?
it's just like, is it that again? We're injuries like last year when we had Didsey out, Jack was out as well at the same time. At certain
Yeah.
points, you had Jody out as well, and it just feels like we're not progressing. We're not doing one better than last year.
No.
As far as Norbourne, stick with him for the rest of the season, then get rid of him. He's like, we've got an option.
He's another Liam Noble.
We've got another option on him, haven't we, for another year? But
Yeah.
we've got all these players out of contract at the end of the season. We've got 7 altogether on this list. The bottom one, so we've got 6 if you take the goalkeeper. I think he plays for Bermuda, doesn't he? You got Rob McDonald out of contract. You got Ollie out of contract. Maz is out of contract. You got Bennett's. I think Maz and Bennett's got a year option on them as well. Same with Ollie. Nick Cerula's out of contract. And also Matty Platt.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to my son. I goes, can you see him not offering one of them a contract? He says he could see that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Matty Platt's injured.
We have done it before.
Yeah, we've done it before. Rob McDonald's injured. Cerula, is he going to get another contract? Or is he moving on in the summer? Whatever it is, we've got to rebuild again, whether it's in League 2 or League 1. At the moment, I don't fancy our chances going into the playoffs. Who was in the playoffs? I don't fancy him, personally.
Especially like last season.
Well, as far as Saturday goes, the rainy night in a Tuesday night in Oldham didn't go that well. But it's a Saturday dinner time on Sky TV, main Sky.
Yeah, we know how we do on TV.
Are going to be any better?
I hope so.
You know the games where we played in our away kit, home kit this year? Which games is it? Last night we played in
Oldham,
Fleetwood, Chesterfield.
Fleetwood, Crawley.
Played it in Chesterfield. So 2 of them, when we played in a home kit, away from home, we've lost.
We haven't scored.
And we haven't scored. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe it's the home kit playing away in the home kit. Maybe we should have played in green. I don't know.
We won at Crawley of the home kit. We won at Fleetwood of the home kit. So maybe it's teams in blue.
And maybe it is. Maybe it is the teams in blue. Maybe it was.
We didn't win against Gillingham away.
No, we didn't beat Accrington at home neither.
But then we beat Bristol Rovers away. So
yeah, that was with 10 men as well. That was with 10 men.
Yeah.
I mean, Harrogate, on paper,
we should beat them.
We should beat them. Go up there, beat them. And that will give you.
I wish it was like that.
Then that would give us some sort of confidence going into the Salford game, because that's massive. That Salford game on Good Friday is massive. But I don't know. I'm not confident about Saturday. Are them players going to be up for it on Saturday morning? Are they going to be up for it?
We're normally quite good at bouncing back. We haven't lost 2 in a row in ages.
That's another good point. But are the players going to be up for it? And we won't know that until they get out on that pitch.
Yeah.
Because remember, you're not playing a team who's safely in mid-table and they're in holiday mode. You're playing a team what's got something to fight for.
Yeah, something to play for, fight for. Yeah.
Like, it's their livelihood. There's a lot of them players are probably playing for contracts. It's a livelihood. If they go
Yeah.
down, they're going to take a wage cut and all that sort of stuff. Are the players and the mentality of the players, have they got that mentality to go there when it's going to be tough? They're gonna watch last night's game. They're gonna see Notts players can get rattled really quick, try and wind them up, and then
Yeah.
when they will go down, like they've been poleaxed, even though like the contact could be like a feather, they will go down poleaxed, trying to get the referee to give cards out.
Yeah.
And can you see? They could what is it? Last 4 games, there's been a red card, and Notts have
Yeah.
played in the game. Is Saturday going to be the 5th?
I hope not.
Whether it's per Notts County or not. I guess Pato would have said his piece last night. The squad is frail. I can't see us getting autos. Missing Platt hasn't helped. It hasn't helped. But then you've got to go to recruitment. Why are we so bare in the defence?
Yeah.
Why have we got
And
so
up
little
front
numbers?
as well.
There's so little numbers. Most League 2 sides have got 4 strikers. We've got 3.
Yeah.
Well, do you class? Well, 4 if you class on Beck's 3 as a striker as there it is on the club website. So you have got 4, but you don't really see them. Then if you say Traore as well, that's 5. But
You don't really see him.
defensively, we haven't got the same amount of quality as backup as you have in your starting 3 defenders.
No, you know.
Do you know what I mean? And that's
an issue.
trouble. You could say that in a lot of places on the pitch as well. We have got, and the same last season, that the bench was a lot poorer. He was bringing on players who were a lot poorer than we've got on the pitch. Your best starting 11.
Yeah, because we were saying a lot last year, and whoever's starting that in the team is probably our best chance of winning the game last season.
Oster said we needed more strikers in the last window, correct? But you needed quality, ready-to-go strikers. You know what I mean? With pedigree. And also, I said in January, and I think you said it as well, Harry, that we needed more cover in defence. But Didsy would have put this to bed. He would have. And it's a shame. It's a shame that whatever happened, what was been said about they offered him half the money, half of his wages he was already getting for another year. I mean, if that's true, you know what I mean? Allegedly, we'll put that there. If that's true, when that's just disgusting. You see the numbers he's doing in League 2. We wouldn't pay Dids his wages, no. But how much does it? How much? You see, Ray True when he wouldn't give Steve Cottrell the budget he wanted back in the day. It cost him in the long run. It costed him more than he would if he gave him the budget he wanted in the first place.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to ambition. What is the real ambition of the club?
Is it sustainable in League 2 before we get promoted, or?
Well, it's easier to make yourself sustainable in League 2 than it is in League 1.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's easier to lose fans in League 2 after you keep saying the same lines over and over again.
Yeah.
Any football fan, right? You want your club to do well, but you want to see them progress.
Yeah.
And if it's the same lines every single year and there's no real progression, but all the progression's off the pitch, like, I don't know, the Nest, the lovely place it is, the paddle courts and all the other things, what goes on in the background.
Going on, yeah.
If that's all what it's about, Barnsley, are rubbing their hands and boots. But did you see the Barnsley's manager's interview? It's really interesting. Go and watch it, where he's saying like Didzy's basically dead on his feet, but he's got to play 90 minutes because they've got no other options. As Joe Palmer said at the thing, we are more sustainable in League Two, and that tells you everything.
It does, yeah.
But fans are fickle. You see how fans react from one result to another, and I'm probably guilty of that sometimes, and I'm an older fan. But the football is about emotions
It is
as well. And like you react to the game you're seeing. Sometimes you overreact, sometimes you underreact, sometimes you get carried away. It's being a football fan.
Love of the game. Love of the game.
But you go back to when we was under the football trust, supporters trust, and under Pavis and before Pavis, and you go into Meadow Lane, and it was like 3,000 or 4,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. And you look at it now, the attendances are double than in the bad times, but you're still riding away from emotions. How long before people get bored of every season? Oh, yeah, we're spending more and more money.
Same thing says.
Yeah,
We think we could get. They think that we can get this, but the reality is we're not going to get it.
But did he showing off, bringing on the youngsters? You know what? I love Dizzy. He should have got another contract, and I think it's like you go back to selling Langstaff. One more season with Langstaff. I think last season we would have gone up. We kept him for one more season. We would have got up. If we kept him, we would have got promoted. And I think this is like the short termers of like same with Bass as well. You keep Bass.
We could have got promoted.
And you keep them that extra season, and that's the difference between like money and ambition.
But I don't even understand why we're still Bass, because we're still on a contract. I think it's what 2 years, 3 years or something on it.
But as the brothers say, if it's over the evaluation of a player, then
how comes Jatta didn't even in January when Plymouth offered him a good contract.
But maybe the valuation weren't up to what the brothers have thought. And this is where you go like with a Langstaff thing, where is that £1 million allegedly, right? Because you never know. Is that worth more than getting promoted?
Yeah.
It's one of them figure. Do you keep somebody?
Because you could have got more for him if he would have got promoted.
Yeah, because obviously he'd been more valuable because he just signed a new 3-year deal, didn't he? He was named as captain as well.
Captain, yeah.
But it does come down to a bit. Selling Bass was a big mistake.
It was, yeah.
I totally agree. Not honouring a worthy contract deal will haunt the brothers. It will. But it's not just that. It's like basically writing a player off, writing them off. Like saying, well, we don't think you're worth what you get now, but we'll offer you less. But then you can go and prove, because there's a figure, you'll see it if you're on X. There's a graphic going around with the 10 most expensive players' wages in League One. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Dids is on the top of that list.
Oh yeah, I think I have seen it. Yeah.
I'm married to a man from Barnsley, not a 45, but he laughed when we let our best striker go. As soon as Didsy and Langstaff. But imagine if you had Didsy and Langstaff both together.
Yeah, I'm a bit greedy. I'd have both.
And Jatta as well. Them three.
What if we still had Ruben and Cordy?
Suda had Bass and Belshaw.
What if you had both?
You could have had both. But Belshaw, we got him too late. We should have had him earlier. Bass, we sold him too soon.
We could have had Ruben and Cordy playing together. What about
it's one of them all about ambition, and ambition does more money in the bank equal ambition? You know, weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how old Debbie is and how old JV Aviation is, but like football goes in a cycle. You ride this wave of like where people will come out and support and they'll buy the season ticket and everything else. But then you'll get into that aspect of like, well, do I go to this match, this home game, or do I bother renewing my season ticket this year because it's the same sort of thing every single year. You're in the same store, and you just know you're not progressing anywhere. You just sort of like static. And like years after that, you got the football trust. You had Ray True. You had that promotion after the Munto thing. But after that, it was just like this steady decline. And then the ultimate thing happens. We get demoted. We get relegated to the National League under Alan Hardy. So, and then it took us 4 years to get back up. But then we haven't really
improved
a great deal. We've been, apart from when Maynard came in, we slipped down from like the playoff places, finished outside. Then last season, do you know what I mean? It's like you could say that's progression. At 10,000 gates, a top 3 budget. Where we're going wrong. Yeah, but if you look in, you say we've got a top 3 budget, but when you look at like some of the articles what come out, Notts County aren't in the top 10 budgets in League Two.
No.
But you know what I mean? Over the figs. So where is our budget sort of structure? Because you've got probably Bromley, we were one of the lowest probably budgets.
And look how they're doing.
It's not necessarily how much you spend on players' wages. It's if you have the right players are playing for each other and believe in something. You know what I mean? Like, I could say this, and we've seen them where you get players coming towards the end of the contract, whether they're 32, 33, 34, and they're just playing out the contract. Now, with Didzy, you knew he tried. Every single minute he was on that pitch, he tried. So you can't class like Didzy coming at 36, 35 and doing that. But a lot of the players are just playing out their time in football.
Just there for the money, aren't they? Yeah. Just there for the money.
And you get that at 31, 32, 33, where it's just a contract to keep them ticking over. They're not really bothered. Yeah. And I think also you look at, say, like Bradford, and you got like Bobby Poynton, a young player, really, really good young player. You tell me over the last 5 years, where's any player coming out the Notts Academy playing in that side where it actually means something? You know what I mean? And having that local connection, you know what I mean?
I can't think of it.
And really caring. Watched them since 9 years old. That took me to my first game to get on side with my brother supporting them across the Trent. I was hooked. In 1978, my first game was against West Ham at Meadow Lane. 1978, I was 5. And you know what? Ever since then, the year after, Forest had all their figure, and then the years at school, being a county fan, it was terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet all the kids were Forest fans, weren't they?
Yeah, so like, oh yeah, you support county. It's like, yeah. But like even when you've been in like the top flight, some of the attendants in the top flight were doing better than some of them attendances when we was last in the first division.
Yeah.
1970. I wasn't even born then. But that's when you could say that's when football was football. You had none of this rolling around like making out you've been polaxed. If a player was down on the ground, they was down on the ground because they had a decent tackle put on them. The Blake used to
none of the games are getting postponed for what and pictures.
You used to clear the snow off the pitch and figure there was none of this health and safety stuff. Run on the pitch with a black bucket, sponge in it. You know what I mean? That's it. There was up on the feet again. What football? No. It's totally different story.
Where's it all gone wrong?
Yeah, where's it all gone wrong? You could say money into some aspects as well.
Yeah.
Money's wrecked it in some aspects, but I don't know. It will be what it will be towards the end of the season, whether it's playoffs. It's out of all our hands.
Mathematics. It could
And I
fall out
think,
of the. It could fall out of the playoffs.
and I think, like we said last night, do the players really want it? How much do the players want it? How much do the players believe? Because they've got to believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether they win, lose, or draw, they're still getting
You have
paid.
to believe. Yeah.
Yeah. But how much do they really want it? That's it. I mean, I have noticed Ollie hasn't come out with an apology yet. I ain't seen one.
No.
Which
No.
I just think, like I said last night before the game masters, I think there's gonna be a sending off.
Yeah.
And then when Oliver Norburn got his card, instead of calling him Ollie, I'll call him his proper name. We said at half time he needs to be took off, and I was shocked that he was still on the pitch for the second half. And you knew as soon as he went in to make a challenge, it'd be one of them ridiculous ones.
Yeah.
So I think we've done that Ollie situation to the opener. Let's have a look at this weekend's fixtures. We've got Harrogate against Notts County. We'll leave that one. Barnet against Cambridge. I'm going for a Barnet 2-1 win.
2-0 Cambridge.
Ooh, Barrow versus Bromley. You know what? I'm going a 1-1 draw.
1-0 Bromley.
Bristol Rovers at Accrington Stanley. I'm going 1-0 Acker.
2-1 Bristol Rovers.
Cheltenham Tranmere. I'm going Tranmere to get a win. 1-0.
2-0 Cheltenham.
Chesterfield Grimsby's postponed, so you got Colchester, Walsall. Walsall revitalised since getting rid of Matt Sadler. I'm gonna go Colchester 2, Walsall 1.
2-1 Walsall.
Crawley Town Gillingham 0-0.
Go 1-0 Gillingham.
Crewe Alexander Oldham. I'm gonna go Crewe Alexander 2, Oldham 1.
Say 2-0 Oldham.
Newport Shrewsbury. I'm going 1-1.
1-0 Newport.
Salford against MK Dons. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
1-0.
Swindon Town Fleetwood. Fleetwood are good at home. They're just terrible away. So I'm going to have to go 2-0 Swindon.
2-1 Swindon.
And then Harrogate versus Notts County. My heart says we're going to win like 3-1. But my head says we're going to lose 2-0.
I'm going 1-0 Harrogate.
Ooh, we've both gone like for a defeat. Interesting. Very interesting.
We don't turn up at half-times.
Yeah, that's another point. Are they going to be motivated enough? Are they going to want to put things right on Saturday? Who knows? We shall find out. Well, is there anything else you got to say, Aaron?
Not really.
We have a look at your starting lineup again. Obviously, I didn't do one. Harry's gone for in his starting lineup: Belshaw, Macari, Nest. I thought Nest was
a stinker last
time. Badu. There you go. Cerula, Palmer, Iapenda, Jones, Tangan, Luca, and Onlov in that starting lineup. See, I don't know. I'd say again, I'd go for probably Dennis and Onlov. Go for a 3 up top. I think you got to try and give them. You got to try and somewhat different. I think they're going to look how we normally play. And then they'll look how we played against Oldham. Well, you're not really going to get much clues from that. Playing is like, I say play, that's a bit like under the Trade Description Act, and it's a bit false, that
Yeah.
I think you got to try something different. Maybe we one up top. You just don't excite me one up top. So I'd go all three. A Dennis on one side, a Jatter on the corner of the triangle, Unlove on the other side, and just go for it. But
Let's wait and see.
I think we'll go one up front. He'll probably play Dennis from the start. We'll have Unlove and
Jetta on the bench.
a Jatter on the bench, and we'll get torn apart again.
Hopefully the conditions will be much better than that. Oldham, yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, John, the conditions will
We'll should do it
all.
One in only kidding.
Well, a lot of the Oldham fans, not Oldham, harrogate fans that I've spoke to, they sort of like see Belshaw as like leaving him in a sticky situation, and they're not really happy with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope the conditions are better. But it is the mentality of the players when they get on that pitch, 12:30 on Saturday. Is that mentality in their head going to be right? Are they going to be up for it? Because last night they weren't up for it. Are they going to be up for it? And then you've got to ask yourself, going to Salford, where we haven't really done well at Salford,
or playing against Salford, yeah.
or playing against Salford in general, in the history of the fixture, have they got that mentality to go there and get all 3 points on Good Friday?
Yeah.
Who knows? We shall find out. But in my aspects, it just feels like last season, when we really need to be at the top of our game, when we need to have momentum, we've got vital players out with injuries. We haven't got cover, the same as last season.
If we have 11 players for the whole game, we stand a good chance.
And then we just feel like we're just deflating ourselves. Well, I feel like we're a tyre, an old tyre, what's deflating. Just
slowly going down.
Just going down to the garage to get some more air so you could get it repaired. JJ,
I'm dreading Notts playing Salford, but knowing Notts, they have a trick up their sleeves.
But it didn't work. That didn't work last season when we played Salford away.
No,
it didn't work there. When we played them at home, it didn't work there. When we played them at the beginning of the season, it didn't work again.
No.
So I just Salford is one of the games. As for Salford, they're a team I worry about. We don't have a good record against. Yeah, we don't. We don't have a good record. And that's the thing is like we've got to go to Cambridge the following week. We got Newport in between that game. We got Salford, Newport, and then Cambridge. If we can't, how are we going to turn up on a Saturday at 3 p.m. at Cambridge?
And on Monday, 3 p.m. and then Cambridge.
With one of the best home records in the league. On a Saturday at 3 p.m. to go there and get 3 points.
Yeah.
Because if you're serious about promotion now, them 3 games, you've got to get 9 points out of them.
You do, yeah.
If you slip up in all of them 3, because remember Newport, they're going to be fighting for their lives on Easter Monday. They're fighting for their lives. They want to stay up. As much as we want to go up, they want to stay up as well.
Yeah.
But what if we pick up injuries as well? What if Ness gets injured? What if Badu gets injured?
What if Badu gets injured?
What if Macari gets injured? What if 2 out of that back?
What if Belshaw gets injured?
There we go. Then we've got Griffiths. But we have got a recall on Keller Ruth. So maybe we could recall him. I don't know. Any final
We
words?
don't know.
I don't know.
It can't get any worse, but
It can.
we shall see on Saturday.
Hopefully, my fears are all put to bed by Saturday. I want to stay positive until the end of the season, but injuries, poor performances, it's just like it's turning into the usual. We just flatter out
Fate.
towards the end of the season.
Yeah, the tyre burst.
Yep. The lack of bodies being available to be picked for the squad. We go self-destruct mode because that's what it felt like last night. You know, right with Cerula, because Cerula, after he got his first yellow card, he pushed that player over, but the referee didn't give a free kick. Now, if he did give a free kick there, would he have booked him?
He would have been out. Yeah.
Would have booked him for that. But we'll be back Sunday. I'll be doing a watch along for the Harrogate game on Saturday because I'm not going. I chickened out of it, but the money's better in my pocket. I'll be doing that watch along from 12:15 on Saturday, and then we'll be back Sunday morning 9:05. So take care and up the pies, and I hope we get a win on Saturday. And take care.
Don't we all?
What a goal! Curls across. George,